Hello my friends, it's Gabriel with the Last Huntsman channel. Today I'm pretty excited to give my review on the White River Knives FC4. Let's try it out. Alright, so here we have the White River Knives FC4. Very awesome looking knife. Now, coming from White River Knives, it has just amazing fit and finish. That green micarta with the orange liners, they know how to definitely make me like them for sure. Now, one thing that I was a little cautious of was that finger choil kind of little bump right there. However, it fits my hand like perfectly. So that's something to kind of take note on right off the bat. Made out of S35 VN steel, 1/8 of an inch thick, has the fire notch, and it has a really nice 90-degree spine. We'll be definitely testing that out. With the sheath, it did come with a dangler. However, I've been actually carrying this, EDCing this knife on me, so I just put a leather loop on there so it kind of fits up a little better. And this knife even came with a pretty nice little ferro rod, so we'll definitely be using that, getting some use in with the FC4. Now, in a previous video I did quite a little while back ago, I did the FC 3.5, and this knife actually really caught my attention and I liked it a lot, so I wanted one just a little bit bigger to kind of try out. So I decided to get the FC4, and it's not a whole lot bigger. However, for a prolonged use, this one definitely does feel nice in the hand for sure. But overall, the blade profiles and such are about the same. This one just has a little bit longer blade. Alright, so I have the White River Knives FC4. I'm going to try to do some batoning with it. It's a 4-inch blade, so it's not going to be some like super heavy batoner. But White River Knives makes some awesome S35 VN steel. And it's a high saber grind, so I have a feeling that it'll do okay for its size. Let's see if we can get this last one real quick. So it was based on the performance on the FC 3.5 that really convinced me to get this knife and try it. So one of the things that I noticed with this knife right off the bat, just like the 3.5, is that 1/8 of an inch thick but broad blade on it actually lends itself to doing some real fine curls. And I'm not even the best feather stick guy. However, this knife does really good with it. And this knife is just a great like little handy bushcraft knife. Like if you were wanting to just get like a knife for like a bushcrafter, something that's great for your fine use would be a good little food processing knife and a stainless model. This knife really continues to impress me. Alright, so another test I'm going to do with the White River Knives FC4 here. I'm going to do some notches. And I'm going to try to do some cross batoning as well. Alright, get a little square notch going here. Didn't quite pop out. Oh, not knot right there where I was trying to do square notch. But no fear, it'll get there anyway. All right. There's tent stake. Now I'm going to try to do some cross batoning, which this is actually pretty hard on a steel. But it's S35VN. Holds up pretty well. All right, so another task I'm going to try with the White River Knives FC4 is I'm going to do some just slicing here. Just kind of see how it feels in hand. Now that is something that was really kind of caught me by surprise with this knife, is it does, even with that kind of finger choil there, feel absolutely amazing in hand. No hot spots, no sharp edges or anything like that. And this blade, with that kind of broad blade with a decent belly on it and high saber grind and 1/8 of an inch thick, really does lend itself to doing some work. This knife is quite a pleasure to use. I've obviously have used a lot of knives on the channel, and this one, for just doing a lot of like basic bushcraft tasks, is really amazing to use in hand. So with the White River Knives FC4, which stands for Firecraft 4, it actually did come with its own ferro rod, which is actually pretty nice. We're gonna have to do a fire with this knife here. I'm gonna try to use the ferro rod that's provided with it too. I think I already got something going here. There we go. White River Knives FC4 is an awesome fire crafting knife. Has that nice little groove there, but it also is sharp all along the spine there too. So super awesome. Really am impressed with this knife. All right, so something else to take note on with the White River Knives FC4 is it does have a bow drill divot there. And even in hand, I could even take the glove off. Even in hand, it's not noticeable. I know some bow drill divots on a handle can kind of be a little obnoxious. This one's not even noticeable at all, really. I'm not really much of a bow drill fire guy. I would like to learn on doing that a little more, but for you guys that are, that is a neat little feature there. All right, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the review of the White River Knives FC4. My overall impressions on it is, well, there's a reason why I got it. I liked the FC 3.5 so much that I wanted to try this FC4, and I really like it. I think as far as like a bushcraft, just a dedicated bushcraft knife that I'm just gonna be working with and doing a lot of like fire crafting and camp tasks and stuff, this is probably one of my favorite knives for that. It just works really great. The S35VN holds up great. I've even EDC'd it some, so you know it would fit great for that role too. This ain't really I wouldn't really call this a tactical knife, and that's why I'm gonna kind of leave that portion out. However, it does have a decent guard there. Your hand's not gonna slip up on it, and the handle's just a tad bit round, but it's not too bad. But that being said, with it being a bit round, it does feel just absolutely amazing in hand. And I've always been skeptical of knives with that kind of choil, but this one actually feels really good in hand. And I got medium-sized hands, so that could kind of differ for everybody. But with all that being said, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless and carry on.